6 reasons why your English is not improving. Hey everyone, my name is Rachel and I'm an English teacher. I focus on pronunciation and native speech, and I'm here to tell you why you can't improve your English. Maybe you've been learning English for a long time and you feel like you should be better at it, but you're stuck. Here are some possible reasons why. Number 1, you are too focused on the rules. I like to think of languages as like a ball. The more you pass around the ball, the more it changes. It might get dirty, people might write on the ball might pop. Now imagine that you take that ball and pass it around to 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion people. When you get to the end of the line, it's not going to look like it did when it started. And the same is true for languages, especially English, because English is spoken by so many people. English was set or codified really early, so the rules that we learn are often really old, and we don't speak like that anymore. Textbooks are really beholden to these rules. They'll tell you that, oh, this is how we say something, when in reality, that doesn't sound natural. Number 2, you try to remember all the terms and definitions that you learned in English class. I guarantee you that most native speakers you talk to won't have any clue what an adverbial clause or future perfect progressive tense even is. We learn that stuff in English class when we're kids, but as soon as we graduate, most of it goes out the window. We forget it. So don't focus so much on what things are called and what terms you use for them. Focus on what they do and why you're using them. Because we do have reasons for choosing one thing over another. It's because the things that we want to say, the feelings that we want to express, are expressed in these different ways. So instead of focusing on the terms and the definitions of what these things are called, try to practice why you're learning them. Third, you don't practice pronunciation. You can have all of the words, all of the grammar, you can have it all. And if no one can understand you, what good is it? Now, English is a global language, so there are a lot of different accents. But if your first language isn't English and you're speaking it with a noticeable accent, the reason is because you're using the rules for your language and putting them into English. English has its own rules, we have our own way of pronouncing things, so really focus on how you want to sound. Fourth reason kind of goes along with that, and it's that you're trying to learn the entire language. Even in countries where the native language is English, you're going to have different dialects, you're going to have different accents. For example, I speak American English. Sometimes I don't understand what British people are saying. Most of the time, yes, but we do use different words and different expressions. The biggest difference, of course, is the accent. Also, if you're just starting out or you're just getting the hang of the language, limit your scope. Limit what you want to learn to why you want to learn it. If I'm learning a language because I work with computers, I'm going to want to learn computer vocabulary and computer terms. I don't care about medical stuff yet. This is most important. So figure out what kind of English you want to speak and why you want to speak it, and then go from there. The next reason you may not be improving in your English is because you're scared to make mistakes. Language learning is messy, and if you are so focused on being correct that you don't go out and try to talk to people, you're never going to improve. And ask them. Ask them to correct you when you talk. Make sure that they know you're trying to learn and you're trying to improve. Because if you don't ask them, they're usually not going to say anything. And finally, because you learn idioms and metaphors the wrong way. English is a very idiomatic language. We use them all the time. we use verbs metaphorically all the time. But I see textbooks and social media pages, they teach you metaphors that are completely unrelated. For example, you might see fruit metaphors, but all of these mean something different. Instead of trying to group your metaphors based on what's in the metaphor itself, try to figure out what concept, what idea you want to express, and then learn all of the different metaphors you can use or all of the different idioms you can use to express that concept. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more similar things, then comment and subscribe down below to let me know, and I'll see you next time.